100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 69, Estate Buffet. Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. One of the reasons Singapore is one of the best food countries in the world is because it just has everything. If you want flavors from around the world, it's got it. If you want a fancy seafood buffet, it's got it. And this one might be one of the best seafood buffets I've ever been to. So I am here at Estate here in the Hilton, and they have a theme night tonight. Tonight's theme is lobster and crab. They have a ton of variations. According to what I read, it's basically lobster and crab cooked every single way imaginable. We'll see about that. Okay, this buffet is just too much. There's too much stuff here. I wish I had more hands, more mouth, more stomachs. Oh, this is gonna be really helpful. Oh, yeah. Oh, just got some cold seafood dishes. King prawn, some sashimi, tuna, salmon, Maine lobster, snow crab. The crawfish is from Australia. That's so good. The salmon is fatty and melty. The tuna has a bit of sweetness to it. A little bit of scallops. That is so sweet. Tiger prawns. Oh man. This thing, snappy, sweet. And look at the size of this crawfish. The way I've learned to do it, crack the shell, open that up, suck the head, crack it some more. I don't think I've had a crawfish that was the size of a miniature lobster. There's so much meat in that tail. That is definitely one of the meatiest crawfish I've had. The lobster journey is just getting started tonight. There's so many different ways that they have cooked lobster and crab. Just getting a taste of this right now. In its original, true, sweet form. I'm almost ready for round two. So they got fresh mango juice, apple juice, pineapple juice. I got some mango juice, sparkling water, mango soda, mala crawfish, and then they got soft shell chili crab with some chongfen, fried chongfen. I've never had soft shell chili crab before. Oh, that's so good. With all the hard work of getting the meat out of the shells, just eat the shells. Simple solution. It's a fried chunk from. It's nice and chewy inside. Outside is nicely fried. I think maybe if this just came out of the fryer, this would be really crunchy on the outside. The chili crab sauce is amazing. Oh yeah, this is the best part of the crab. Dip that in some of the chili crab sauce. That's even better. This thing is so good, just on its own. I've been to so many seafood places where they actually throw this out. You gotta try the inside of a crab. It's better than the meat itself. I made sure to get some extra chili crab sauce. Got a mando. Although I haven't been in Singapore in many, many years, I had not forgotten. Use this to wipe up all that delicious sauce. And there's many different kinds of crab here. There's a mala crab. I think there's a basil crab. There's mala little crawfish, and of course the chili crab itself. Let's give the outside a little lick. I think this is a basil crab. Sweet, savory, just a whammy of delicious basil flavor. This definitely tastes like a Thai style version of this crab. So good. Black pepper crab. Sometimes I like this crab more than the chili crab itself. Oh, I miss that flavor. I like it because it's just so peppery. A couple bites in, the tip of my tongue is already tingling. And of course, the chili crab itself. I know I already love the sauce. I think they're using blue crab this time. A little harder to get to the meat, but the meat is much more tender. And I feel like it's able to absorb the sauce even better. So, a little bit more work, but you're gonna get rewarded. My first taste of Singapore chili crab and pepper crab and all sorts of other crabs, so many years. I was afraid the buffet version might fall flat a little bit, not at all. So good. Oh, before it gets cold, I wanna try out this truffle duck. So this thing is crazy looking. Looks like some fried tofu. The skin is, the color of black truffle. I think this is a turnip as a palate cleanser. I think I need to get a new piece of this. This has definitely been sitting out there a little long. The flavor is amazing. There's a lot of truffle in that duck, which makes it taste fantastic. That rich, fatty meat with all that earthy, great truffle flavor. I gotta get a fresh piece. That piece is a little dry. Oh, fried tofu covered in peanuts. That I really liked. I forgot about this. This is a white crab noodle. I definitely let this sit out too long. This is yummy. There's so much flavor that went into these thin noodles. And it's not soggy. It's still chewy. It's got nice texture. Crab is good, but this together is an amazing combo. I'm gonna like take some of the crab meat and just put it onto the noodle. Give that a good mix. I love that. This dish, you can taste the seafood element, you can taste the wok heat. All right, round three. I got lucky. When I went up to the lobster, they were just putting out fresh lobster thermidor. That toasted cheese. Yes. I know a lot of people might think this is just sacrilegious to do this to a lobster, to roast it with cheese. I know my good buddy Adam Richmond used to think the same way, but you gotta try it. It's so good. The sweetness of the lobster goes incredible, especially when the cheese on top is toasted, where it gives you a little bit of a crust. This one, there's a lot of mushrooms in here as well, giving it a wonderful earthy flavor. Got a new piece of the truffle duck. That was a fresh piece. There's a little bit of a sweet glaze on top. Kind of balance out that fatty, earthy, savory flavor of the duck and truffle. They used a lot of truffle there, and it works so well with all that amazing duck fat. This is a soft shell crab burger. So some sauce, lettuce, soft shell crab on the inside. Oh, it's nice and crispy. I love the way they're using soft shell crab inside the burger. So good. Putting that inside the chili crab sauce. Now you get some crunchy texture inside that delicious sweet and spicy sauce. Got a bunch of the hot dishes. Eggplant au gratin. That's good. 辣子鸡. So this is a very popular Sichuanese dish. Not a lot of people have been taking this, which I get it. It's a seafood buffet. So it's not crispy anymore. But whoa, oh, my tongue's on fire. I wish I had that fresh from the wok. This is another one of their signature. This is the black tofu. This is great. Chewy tofu skin, so tender on the inside. You pair that up with that super tender black bean fish and the passion fruit, sweet and sour pork. That's really good too. These dishes have kind of been suffering under the buffet light of death, purely because everyone's gravitating towards the lobster and the crab, as they should. But this dish too is a little dry, but that doesn't hide the fact of how good this tastes. This thing is fruity, it's juicy, and there's a good amount of fat in here that when you take a bite, all that sweet juice flavor combines with that melty, fatty pork. And check this out, wagu beef kebab. Oh, this is awesome. It's so tender, it's so fatty. You can taste the marbling on that beef very, very easily. And combined with all those spices and herbs, it just leaves such a lingering, wonderful beefy flavor. Oh, it's good. Man, this is good too, but following the Wagyu skewer, it's like Jimmy Fallon trying to go on stage after Beyonce. Soup time. Lobster and crab bisque. Well, there's a lot of conde miso in here. You definitely taste all that great innards flavor in this bisque. It's heavy though. If you're not used to the inside of a crab, or you don't like that flavor, this might be too much for you, but that's so smoky and nice. The crab meat soup with a little vinegar is exceptional. I got really used to drinking this back when I was filming weddings in New York, and almost every wedding they'll have a soup like this. It's either a fish maw soup or a crab soup, and you put loads of vinegar in here. And the soup is thick, it's seafoody. I was a wedding videographer for about almost 10 years, so ate this pretty much every single week. Not because I was fancy, it's just that every single Chinese wedding basically have a soup like this, and you just eat with the table. This is a lobster tagliatelle, homemade squid ink pasta, slices of garlic, tomatoes, whole crawfish in here. It's amazing pasta. It's mild, not overly tangy, not overly sour, slightly sweet, really garlicky. Big fan of this. This is a flour crab noodle soup. They give you a giant half of a flour crab in here, and then noodle soup on the bottom, some bok choy chilies. Oh, that's so good. Soup flavor is light, a little crabby. Basically, it tastes like the soup version of this crab. Lightly sweet, very mild. Almost like the soup more than the crab itself. Soup is so good. And just because I'm in Singapore, I had to get a couple of very popular hawker items. Hokkien mee and some nasi goreng. I always say don't fill up on noodles and rice on buffets, but I haven't had this stuff in such a long time. So they got mangosteen, the queen of fruits. Gotta save room for that. So somebody took all the mangosteen, but I did come up with a good haul of dessert. The video I took of the cakes does not do the desserts justice because they were so pretty. It's just that when I got there, you know, it's been a while, so all the cakes are cut up now. Let's start with the cakes. This is a roast red velvet cake. Oh, this is so good. Red velvet cake alone is delicious, but the top layer of this is some kind of rose cream with a little chocolatey shell. This is a mixed berry cake. This was so pretty. I was too focused on the seafood. And then, oh, that's good. This is just everything. Everything you want in a cake. Whoa. The cherries are so juicy and tangy. Outside it's got some crunchy chocolate, a little gelatinous-y texture outside of the mixed berries. I didn't think I was gonna like that because I'm not big into berry tart or anything that says berries on there because usually it's gonna be way more tart than I like. That is phenomenal. Double fermented chocolate cake. All that is velvety. It's decadent. It's extremely chocolatey. It's so very smooth. Desserts here are incredible. All right, let's move on to all these little jars here. I'm gonna start off with this mango infused jasmine cake. Ooh, that's pretty. Aren't desserts in jars just taste better? I think so. Yes, a million times yes to this. The cake is soft, provides a delicious, decadent layer of chocolate on top of the smoothest, lightest mango mousse. Wow. Oh, that's good. Next one, Black Forest cake. Whoa, it's so pretty. Every jar is like a work of art. Wow, this thing is just loaded with liquor. I think about it, I think it says so on the side, just totally zoomed it out. That's pretty dessert though. That's good dessert. Next, hazelnut cream puff. Crunchy hazelnut with a hazelnut mousse. Cream puff is delicious. The contrasting soft, crunchy textures have not had a bad bite of dessert so far. This is a latte millefeuille, a French dessert. It's basically a puff pastry dessert. If you like black coffee, you'll definitely enjoy this. Very bitter. Finally, banana panna cotta. I thought coming here tonight, I was really just gonna be focusing on the lobster and the crab, and that's what's gonna be the best thing about this buffet. Their desserts are like the lobster and crab of desserts. Exquisite. Some of my favorite things. Definitely the red velvet rose cake was delicious. The mango cream, the hazelnut, this is definitely on my list of one of the best buffets I've ever been to. Finally, plate of mangosteen. This stuff is so expensive to try to get in the US. It's never fresh. My favorite fruit in the world. If you don't know the trick of telling how many pieces there are, just count the bottom right here. However many petals there are on the bottom, that's how many pieces are in here. It looks like garlic, tastes like heaven. Or yogurty lychee, which is pretty much the same thing. This buffet has exceeded my expectations. The seafood, the lobster and crab dishes. I'm so glad they didn't just steam or boil the lobster and crab and provide some butter dipping sauce. Nothing wrong with that, but to cook it in so many different styles, to put it into soup, into noodles, stir fry, baked, made into burger, that just made crab and lobster night even more legendary. Plus the whole spread, the truffle duck's amazing. I don't think I really had bites of food I didn't like. I mean, some were sitting under the light too long and got a little, maybe a little soggy, a little dry, but you can tell the flavor's on point. I know this is a theme night, so depending on when you are in Singapore, it may or may not be here, but I think this restaurant, this buffet in general is very solid. And this has definitely kicked off my all-you-can-eat buffet experience in Singapore off to such an maybe the expectation is set too high now, because this is just such an amazing spread. Of course, as always, the information for this place is listed down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.